Okay, so hello everyone. I'm going to show you a few different things, how to add some items, everything you could do right from the interface instead of going to the back office, okay? So take a manager code, let's say mine 3000, okay? I go to Fonction Spéciale. I'm going to show you something very interesting in a second. If ever I wanted to change the buttons on the screen, right now you have your standard screen with all the buttons directly, but we might want to do something to make it faster for you if you're always changing items. Clé de groupe is the screens that we have on our default layout. This is your default layout screen, okay? Obviously, each one of these buttons is an immediate item, okay? For example, let's say you created a new item, or you want to create a new item, and you want to replace the focaccia with something else. If I hit focaccia, if I look here, the function is a sales item. So if I wanted to change it to another sales item, I'd go here to the right, item de vente, and I would choose what button, what item I want to replace that button with. Obviously, you need to create that item first, but let's say I want to change the focaccia to being the ragu. If I press accept, now it's the ragu. Okay, I'm not going to save this, but what I want to show you is that a button could also be an item screen. I did an example here, alcohol. I just added this button now. Alcohol, if I look at the function écran d'item or item screen, essentially, instead of just always being an item directly, it could open an entire screen, okay? And this is what I'm going to show you now. So if I get out of here, if I go here, this is your standard menu. If I hit the alcohol button, unlike the other ones, I'm going to pop up an entirely new screen. But here I'd have to press menu to get out to go back to my main menu. What I did real fast, I created you a new menu. It's called new, okay? I just did this in 5 seconds. So if you want, what we can do standardized is change your menu layout. Every time you'd have to order something, you have to press menu, you go into the food. Alcohol, you go into the alcohol. Bière, you choose your beer. Vin, you choose all your wines. So every time you add one, you don't have to worry about adding it onto the screen. It's going to be immediate. The only difference is you have one extra button to press, but it might be worth it for you. Breuvage, pâte fraîche, all the same thing, okay? So in that instance, what happens is, if I get out of here, cancel my transactions, if I do my manager code functions, instead of going into the keys and groups, the screens, I go into Fonction Spéciale, I go in item de vente. Let's say I want to add a new wine. I click vin. I want to use this spot here. Use that spot there. The name, I call it new wine. New wine. I press OK. The price, very important. You price the price $15 or whatever. Very important for your reporting division. It's going to be in alcohol. I'm good. I save it. Yes. Now if I look right away in my new type of screen, if I press Service Rapide, if I go into my new screen here, if I go into my vin, my new wine is right there at $15. So that might be a way you want to do something. Okay, so that's step one. What I'm going to do is now show you how to keep an active table or split bills. Normally, this environment here is all quick service. So let's say, you know what, you want to have a client that has a running table. You can do table here. Go to a table, call it table number one. It doesn't really matter. Okay, actually, I'm going to do it in training, so I don't do anything. Training is 5555. I go to table here. I can use table 801. Doesn't really matter. I can choose my own tables. So again, I can go back to my new menu if I want to. Seat number one. He wants a focaccia. I can go to seat number two by doing that. Seat number two. He wants this. You want seat number three, like that. What I could do also in special, I'll add it for you. Oh, I'll have to add the option for you for the name, but I can easily put the name of the client of the table here. So I would have the table name here, and you could put name Steve, Joe, whatever you wish. That's one option. But what you could also do, if I get out of here, if you don't want to use the table, we have another option called running bills, which is kind of the same thing. So let's say again, I go into my new menu. I put, sorry, I'm going to go into, sorry. I go into, I'll keep the new menu. Sorry, my bad. This is all live here, folks. If I go into here like that. If I do facture ouverte, it's a running bill like a table. I'll create a new one. I'll call it Steve. Whatever. Okay? I can press command. So now the order gets sent. I can always go back in my facture ouverte to Steve. What I can do is I can move things around here. So if I go into my special button and I go espace de travail, I can take this one here, move it to seat number two. I can do this like this, seat number three. I want to transfer both of the Aperol Spritz, and I want to move the Carbonara to seat 4. I save it, I'm good. Now I want to do my bills. Which bill do you want to print? I can do individual bills or all together. Let's say I do individual bills. It's going to shoot me out the 4 bills. I can go here. I could have done the payment right away, would have printed the bill and brought me right to the payment screen. So if you do Polpette, here he wants to pay cash. Boom. This guy here, he wants to do by card. You press card, it's going to do the credit card, and it's going to go to the next client and close and close. So that's a way you can do it. If you want, we can do a little bit more training another time. I just want to show you that the options are there to make an item very fast and to make split bills for items using either the running bills or the tables. I'll upload this to YouTube and I'll send you the link. Thank you.